What is up, guys? It's Wraith back with another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be explaining a little bit more on how to not choke endgame and actually get that victory royale instead of getting 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th place or whatever, or dying in the end. And a lot of my buddies, including this guy, actually for some reason end up choking the end game, which honestly for some reason I just find the easiest. I think it's because I play scrims a lot that I work on the end game. And obviously, yeah, you guys can practice scrims, but this is kind of just a step-by-step on what's going through my mind during the game. So let's get right into this. So this is kind of a bad fight. Don't use this as an example. I know I damaged him a lot. So I kind of just got a little bit kill hungry, which you never want to do. You want to take your time, wait for them to make the mistake. And I could just kind of swanton dive them off and look at my damage, or look at my health. That reflects kind of the bad decision I made. Should have just kept high ground, shoot him from above. And I'm going to show this late game. You want to always keep high ground if you possible. So now we're going to be rotating. There's only a couple people left, so you can kind of just decide how you want to play this. You can play it a little bit more passive, where, like, for example, for this guy, you could have just ran to the right instead of pushing this guy. I don't know. I think that practicing is a little bit more important than victories. So this guy's going to shoot some nade launches, so I'm just going to try and build to high ground because I know he's not going to be able to shoot me down unless he switches weapons. And so once I've got high ground, I'm just watching for him, waiting to see. I drop down to the Tfue. I missed the wall, or I missed the floor placement, and do the Tfue again. This is where I made a mistake again. I did it again. This is a bad mistake I keep doing. I don't know why. I always drop from high ground for no reason when I shouldn't be. If you can get high ground, try and stay on it unless you know you can get the kill or he's like 12 health. Even then, you can still stay high ground. But yeah, that's kind of one mistake I made. So now we're getting the late game, which is kind of the main focus of this video. And if you can see my mats, I'm at max basically everything. So I decided, instead of playing this kind of a little bit more aggressive, there's only, what, 3 guys left. I'm going to play it a little bit more passive, may as well get the victory royale. And also there's a guy on the top of the hill who's going to be a huge pain. So I noticed that the ramp, it's only connected by one ramp. So I'm just going to shoot that down, kind of make him refocus, remap, decide what he wants to do. If he doesn't build up, I know he's out of mats, etc, etc. Just kind of see what he has planned. So this entire time, basically, I know there's 3 people left, right? One guy on the hill. So now I want to cover myself and look for other people. So I know there's someone on the hill, so I'm going to build those 2 ramps so he can't shoot me. Then I'm going to quickly look around to see where everyone else is on the map. I see him drop down. I'm going to try and take a couple shots, and I realize it's because he's rotating. So you always want to keep an eye on the circle, just like I do here. And since I have the early rotation, I'm close to the circle. I'm lucky. Go right to it. If you can and no one's contesting you, go to the circle and try and get into that storm part right now. Now I screw up my builds a little bit here. Whatever, it's no big deal. If you make a mistake, like I say in every single video, it's not a big deal. Just fix it and figure out what you want to do, etc, etc. So now I know one person on my right side, and I don't know where the other 2 people are, right? Now I'm in the zone, so I can just kind of focus on them. And now I start getting berated by rockets. So basically, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait this out. I know he's only going to have 13 rockets at max. I have unbelievable mats. I'm going to try and go for a couple shots here. You can literally just keep building. No, it's whatever you kind of like. I'm just going to wait this guy out. I know he only has probably, what, 6 rockets left, 5 rockets left. So I can just wait here, wait for him to get a mistake. Now you notice I always build up like 4 stories. And if you have low mats, I don't recommend doing this. You can just box or you can do whatever you want. But I have max mats, so I'm just going to take my time and keep building high ground. And again, like I said, high ground's up there. And now this is important. As I'm fighting this guy, I see someone out of the corner of my eye. It's kind of a little bit blurry. And I know someone's behind him. And he doesn't have any protection behind him. So most likely, the guy in the back is going to start forcing the guy with the rocket launcher. And I'm going to be able to be the third party. So you always want to be in control as much as you can and know where everyone is, because you can use that to your advantage. So this guy's just completely spraying me. I'm just going to keep my builds going on, and finally that guy starts the third party. So I'm going to look behind me, see where that other guy is, because I'm not sure, and I don't want to get shot in the back. So now I can just kind of third party and wait for these guys to make a play. Now I notice that the circle's moving, so I have that in the back of my mind. And I'm going to build around me through the back, just in case that third guy tries to shoot me from the back. You never want to leave yourself unprotected. So I know 2 of the 3 guys are just right here. Now I'm trying to shoot this guy down just so he can lose his thing and then force the fight a little bit more. And now all 3 guys are in front of me. One just died, but both of them are in front of me. So I have the easy rotation because they're fighting, and all I could back off right now, but I'm going to play it a little bit aggressive, going to take some shots. But now I'm just like, okay, well, there's no point. I'm going to move to a zone, right? So I could have waited a little bit longer, but No, it doesn't really matter. It's your kind of decision. I just went with a passive play. You want to rotate. You want to stay with the circle. If you're going straight for the victory royale, you want to stay with the circle as much as possible. You don't want to get stuck in the storm. You don't want to get stuck fighting. You don't want to lose health. You want to move. So as you can see, I'm always building because that buddy can come any day and he can start shooting me. He can snipe me. He can shoot me with his AR. And now I see him. So I see him out of the corner of my eye. I'm going to, again, try and get to high ground if I can. If not, no big deal. You can just shoot him down. Now, I know he's just in a fight, so he's probably low. So I'm just going to put pressure on him, and eventually I get the victory. The main things are basically what you want to do is always protect yourself if you can. So right there when I was fighting, you notice how I would build behind me because I wasn't sure where the other person was, so I couldn't get shot in the back, and I could focus on the two guys up front. Now again, if you don't know where people are, you gotta be aware and you gotta try and find them. If there's 4 people left, you gotta try and find out where those 4 people are. If not, you're gonna have to take your gamble and kind of just guess where they are, or kind of be aware and wait it out and be always prepared if someone's trying to snipe at you. And also rotate with the zone as quick as possible. You don't want to get stuck in the storm, like I said. You don't want to get stuck fighting in the zone. And if you don't have that many mats, don't try and build as much as you can. You can play at low ground. It's not a big deal. If you're decent player, you can play low ground, but if you have max mats like I did in that scenario, literally just start building a 1x1 and start getting up. If you really are going for the victory royale, I suggest going aggressive. If you want the victory royale, just build straight up, keep that high ground, make sure so you can shoot down at them, and yeah, it should be pretty easy. Once you start shooting down at them from high ground, it's not too bad. Normally you should be able to get the victory royale, so hopefully these tips helped you. If they did, leave a like, comment what I can do better, and make sure you hit that sub button. Thanks everyone.